So first things first, are you actually trying to get a summer body? And if you say you're trying and you are actually trying, those are two completely different things. If you actually want to get the summer body, get shredded, put on muscle, then you can stay and watch the video. So, welcome to this video. I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do to build your summer body, how to gain muscle, how to lose fat, and how you can do this in under 2 months. It depends if you're around 20% body fat. Then it's quite achievable. Now, first things first, which is what I do, I have a macros tracking app and I highly recommend you get one. There's quite a lot online. This is one that I'm using. It's called Macros First. You put in your basic information and it'll give you a breakdown of your calories and your macros, which you should take every day. So, general rule of thumb is with protein, 2.2 grams of protein per kilo of your own body weight. Now, the app is probably going to give you a slightly different macros amount, and well, it's not really set to body recomposition, but I'm telling you exactly what you need to do. So, with protein at a slightly higher intake than the recommended in the app, this will allow you to build muscle while you're also in your deficit. Now, you need to remember, while being in a calorie deficit, your body will also want to use protein for energy. And this is one reason why you need to have a slightly higher protein intake to kind of counterbalance that, you know? So, yeah. The two important things: you remain in a slight calorie deficit. Don't go too extreme, otherwise you'll have no energy in your workout. And actually, one other thing. Before your workout, make sure you have a good carb intake prior to working out. This will help with energy levels and actually doing well in the gym. After the gym is also quite important to restore your energy levels, and of course, you need to maintain high protein. Who is a body recomposition best for? The majority of people think body recomposition is not for them. Now, it's probably not for 5% of the population, but I can guarantee 95% of you will be perfectly fine on a body recomposition strategy. It works very well for beginners. It works well for people who haven't trained in a while. And it works well for people who have a crappy nutrition. So if you fall into any of those three categories, which a lot of people do, then it's probably the go-to for you. These are some examples of some meals I've been making recently. I'm going to put the macro breakdown on display as well. All in all, you need to have a well-balanced diet. You need to have a good intake of your carbs, fats, and proteins. Obviously prioritizing protein, but overall you need to have a nutritious, healthy, clean diet. This is the foundation of it all, to be very honest. If you're doing that, you're in a slight deficit to lose fat. Prioritize your protein to build muscle. Keep eating carbohydrates before and after your workouts, especially. Then you'll have the best workouts ever. And one great thing about doing body recomposition is that you don't actually need to be doing crazy cardio exercises. Now, I personally don't really like cardio, but it's not necessary, as you're already in a deficit, so your body will be using your fat stores for energy. And so if you do any cardio, it's just really going to exhaust you entirely out. It's up to you though, but it's not necessary. The reason lots of people fail body recompositions is because they're inconsistent. They eat too much or too little, which means they're either going to put on weight or they're not eating enough where they actually start losing both muscle and fat. So that's not beneficial. Eating too much is also not beneficial, as you will gain muscle, yes, but you'll also gain fat. So it kind of defeats the purpose and it becomes a bulk. And not training with enough intensity. You need to prioritize in progressive overload. If you do not progress in your weights, then you're not going to see results in muscle gain. It's quite simple. The standard rules of gaining muscle apply in a body recomposition as well. So just keep that in mind.